Hey, this video is something for me to look back on the last year in my YouTube journey, and you're free to tag along, but just don't expect any good Notion tips in this video, as I'm mostly just ranting about the experience that I had and the work. And if you do decide to hang around, then I'm grateful that you think this is interesting enough to spend a little bit of your time. So when this year started, I was at around 80 subscribers, and my aim was to grow to 300, and then I would have been pretty happy. The end result is that at this filming, I'm almost hitting 750 subscribers, which is way more than I expected. And I totally appreciate all the positive feedback and comments that I got in the chat. They really help you going, as I'm trying to build a channel while also having an almost full-time job. Next to growing, I also met interesting people this year, like Danny Hatcher, and if I see how enjoyable it is to talk to other content creators, I'm really looking forward to when the world comes to a point where I can actually go to a VidCon and just shoot the breeze with other people in this field for a couple of days and totally nerd out about that.
So now that I'm back in the studio, I'm just gonna look back a bit on all the things that I learned, because when you start with YouTube, you don't really realize how much goes into making one of these videos. The first year I mostly spent time learning lights and cameras and focus. And this year my main focus would have been sound, because I just didn't realize how important good sound is for the enjoyment of a video. I do now. I also turned into kind of a audio snob on the way, because if you start increasing your skills on this, you start seeing when it's badly done and mostly hearing when it's badly done, up to a point that I'm feeling a bit snobbish about it. Then there were other skills that I wanted to learn. Like I improved tremendously with DaVinci Resolve when this year started, and like in 2020 started. I just started with Resolve. I switched from Shotcut, and it's like a huge improvement. I tried using Shotcut a few months back for a small vlog, and I was like, oh my god, this is like going back to stone tools compared to what I've been using. And I'm trying to get like the production values of my shows up. So for example, I started writing full scripts that show me the text. Now I'm freeforming some stuff, but not everything. But they do allow me to think up ahead, like which scenes do I want, where do I want them, how can I make it more coherent. And I'm spending a lot of time now learning Blender, which is awesome. I mean, I have an excuse to learn Blender, which was always on one of my wish list things. And now I'm learning how to use that to make these infographics and other setups that, like you've seen in my last video, where I try to use the visualized parts to convey ideas a bit more, which is amazing. So I'm trying to keep this a bit short, in part because I have to rewatch it in a year to see how I was thinking a year back and then look at the results. And I'm planning for this next year to definitely make more Notion videos. I'm going to be a bit critical about Notion as well, because I think that the delays in the APIs and stuff like that are things that people should be aware of. And I also think that I see a lot of people using Notion for everything, and I don't think that is a good approach. And I could be wrong, but there's plenty of people that make full-on only Notion videos. And I think you should use the best tool available for the job, and that's why I call it Tools on Tech and not Tools on Notion. I hope it's going to stay good, and we'll see. I wish you all the best for 2021. It couldn't probably get any worse than 2020, we would say, but then again, we thought so for 2016. I think we thought so for 2018. So I'm not going to wait until the earth surprises me. Remember, you're awesome. Keep it up.